chunk system ultimately made me a better reader, a better sight reader. You know, I was more fluent in how to read things. And if you just imagine that happening to a whole ensemble, that's going to bring up the whole level of the group overall and allow you to play more difficult music and more fun music ultimately. And I even remember we had the option to skip recess, and a lot of us skipped recess to go practice, which as I get older and have my own students, the more ridiculous that sounds. I do know that reading music was never that difficult for me, and I think a lot of that is due to the fact that just the way that the chunk system broke things down and made it very understandable and gave me a really firm foundation. It motivated me to work hard and keep working even before I really understood what I was working for. And I do believe that's sometimes the most important part of a teacher, is inspiring students to work even when they don't really know why they're working. And I think Scale Chunks does that very well.
Scale and Rhythm Chunks, an exciting teaching tool for beginning and developing band students, was designed to help accelerate the learning process for all students, as well as to provide opportunities for students in need of more advanced challenges in band. This teaching tool was designed to be used along with a traditional method book. Scale and Rhythm Chunks consists of 4 levels of rhythm-based technical exercises and 4 levels of scale-based technical exercises. The percussion books include 4 levels of snare drum exercises, or snare chunks. Perfect practice makes perfect. By practicing smaller sections of music, focusing on one new concept, students are taught how to practice by breaking down their music into more digestible parts, or chunks. With Scale and Rhythm Chunks, each short exercise introduces a new concept, making it easy for students to learn quickly and be motivated to move through each exercise and each level. Throughout the levels, there are chunk challenges, like this one, which are songs that incorporate the skills taught in the previous scale chunks. These songs provide an opportunity for students to apply their knowledge of the concepts they have learned in a fun way.
Very nice. Love the articulation, and good job with those E's and E flats.
With the Chunks program, students have the opportunity to take ownership in their learning by marking their progress on a wall chart. Directors can color code the charts using different stickers for each month. Students will be proud to see their own progress on the wall of the band room, and you will have documentation of each student's progress without having to mark anything in a gradebook.
I really enjoyed the independence that gave me being able to take charge of my personal improvement as a young musician. I remember how exciting it was when I finished a chunk and I got to put a sticker next to that chunk underneath my name on the big chart on the wall. That was a big deal. Being in 5th grade and wanting to be the first person to check off all my chunks, it's the same kind of drive that motivates my practicing now when I want to get a spot in a competitive ensemble or do the best that I can on an audition.
Each instrument book has exercises designed specifically for that instrument. With Scale and Rhythm Chunks, students learn the notes for their instrument in the proper sequence, not just because other instruments are learning those notes. In the new edition of Scale and Rhythm Chunks, innovative fingering charts are included in the front of every book. Curtis Winters of Stepwise Publications has designed fingering charts specifically for each instrument that make learning new notes both easy and relevant. Percussion books include snare chunks and snare skills, the percussion substitute for rhythm chunks. Percussion students will perform snare chunks and snare skills on a drum or drum pad, and then mark completed chunks on the rhythm chunks and snare chunks wall chart.
Let's try it one more time and try to do a little bit better with the accents and more difference in the dynamic. Ready? Ready, and go.
It's a 16th note pulse on the others. 1 E and 2 E and ready and go.
Since directors may use rhythm chunks in a full ensemble rehearsal, the 4 levels of the rhythm chunks are included in the back of the percussion books as well. The Scale and Rhythm Chunks books are designed so that students will be motivated to take home their books and learn new notes, rhythms, dynamics, and articulations on their own in a simple and straightforward way. Each chunk is short enough for directors to assess each student quickly and provide feedback. Directors of smaller ensembles can assess students in class, while directors of larger ensembles may have students submit chunks through email or online grading programs using technology such as a recording app.
Scale chunk number 6 introduces an accent mark. To accent a note, you just give a little burst of air at the
A new
beginning.
feature of the Chunks program are video mini lessons by professional musicians designed to help students better understand the concepts taught in each exercise. These mini lessons, along with performances of the scale chunks and scale skills for each instrument, are available at scaleandrhythmchunks.com. Through this resource, students can see and hear outstanding examples of musicianship that they can emulate in their own performance.
We move our hands 5 times.
Performances of the rhythm chunks are not available on the Chunks website to avoid students learning by rote.
Verse 4.
Because each chunk can be performed in a matter of seconds, directors have the opportunity to assess students frequently, which will help students develop good habits for performance during the stages of learning when this is most critical. Each level of rhythm chunks, shown here on the right page, have arrows pointing to all new concepts introduced in each chunk, on the rhythm guide located on the left page. Scale chunks and scale skills are set up in the same way, with arrows pointing to a scale guide on the adjacent page, with new dynamics, articulation, as well as other new concepts as they're taught, in the same simple, straightforward manner. The new edition of Scale and Rhythm Chunks also includes applications of the Emmy Award-winning Breathing Gym series, relating airflow to each dynamic as those dynamics are introduced in the book. The Chunks program provides an opportunity for directors to differentiate instruction. Students are not expected to stay on one level with the rest of the ensemble. Encourage your students to set goals for themselves for their highest level of performance.
3 and B and 4 E and triplet, 2 B and triplet, 4. Triplet 2 and triplet 4. Triplet, 2 and 3 and 4.
I was able to complete all the scale and rhythm chunks, and I grew immensely. I've only been playing the alto saxophone for 3 years, and I was able to skip 2 band levels because of scale and rhythm chunks. I'd started out in a beginning band, moved on to one other band, and now I'm in the highest band level because scale and rhythm chunks helped me learn so much stuff. I really love the Chunks book, and I would not be the musician I am today without it.
With the aid of Scale and Rhythm Chunks, you will be able to provide remediation for slower learners and provide extremely high goals for your advanced learners that are in need of a challenge. With the Chunks program, students learn to work together to help everyone in the ensemble reach their greatest potential. This will develop leadership skills and ensemble cohesion at the earliest level of instruction. My hope is that all students in your band have the opportunity to grow to their absolute greatest potential. Thank you for all that you do to enrich students' lives by giving them the gift of music.